We arrived in London after about an 8-hour flight on Virgin Atlantic direct from Orlando to Gatwick. Um, it was a very smooth flight, and we arrived at the airport around 7:30, and we had to walk quite a bit towards immigration and customs. But after we got through customs, it was very, very easy. Notice all of the hats that probably tourists who had just come from Orlando. And so we had to go up the stairs, walk through several feet, and go downstairs again to immigration. And you had to split. There was a line for UK residents as well as, and then the rest. And there was also a special line actually for US passport holders. And so then since we arrived in the North Terminal, we had to go get the shuttle to the South Terminal where we were going to catch our train to the city. So it's just like if you were in Orlando, if you're familiar with it, you take a shuttle to the main terminal. Our first stop was at Greenwich Market. We arrived at our Airbnb around 11, and so check-in time was not till later in the afternoon. So we were able to leave our luggage, and we walked to Greenwich Market. Apparently, this is a favorite of Londoners, and it is just a fun and lively area where they sell arts and crafts, vintage clothes, hats, cards, antiques, and collectibles, and a lot of street food. We actually had our first meal in London, a Peruvian dish. And it has a lot of boutiques and small independent shops and galleries. It was just the perfect welcome for us in London. Greenwich is really amazing. It's home to a World Heritage Site, and it is probably the London's prettiest royal park. And it is where the prime meridian of the world is located, where the longitude is 0. So if you're in the east and west of the meridian, you're in the eastern hemisphere or the western hemisphere. You go through the Greenwich Park, you go up to the Royal Observatory and the planetarium, and you can also get the most picturesque view of the entire city of London, the skyline of London. You'll see the Royal Observatory, where they were able to see stars and improve navigation. You can see the clocks actually that John Harrison developed to solve the problem of longitude. And also in the Royal Observatory, you'll see Peter Harrison's planetarium. You can also see the National Maritime Museum with that large jar, and you also see the Queen's House and Sark, which is the world's last surviving tea clipper. It was a really, really nice place to visit.
Small town, big crowd, and there you were in front of me. Small talk, big thoughts, all we wanted was to escape. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me. Baby, we're leaving at midnight. It's time for a change, let's get out of here. We'll never look back, this is our time. We're leaving at midnight, leaving at midnight.
I really liked London. As soon as we got off the ferry, we just crossed the street and just walked aimlessly, really, and saw a lot of street performers, some comics. We didn't know that we actually crossed the bridge over to the south bank of the river, and so we got to see the London Eye, and we also got to see Big Ben, which is currently still under construction, at least at the time that we were there. So that was fun. The other thing that stood out for me in London was just how colorful the streets were, especially because of the flowers. They were everywhere. Uh, Business establishments were adorned with flowers. I mean, their entrances were just so colorful. Check out this. This is actually a florist shop. This one is a boutique. This one is another boutique for children's clothes. And this is a bakery. And I mean, they took the time to really decorate. This was in Notting Hill, just absolutely gorgeous, and gardens everywhere with flowers, and I just loved it.
dry. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling.
This is the Princess Diana Memorial Fountain. It's a busy place for everybody, for all the kids. What a cute place.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment.
One of the highlights of our trip to London was to take a bus tour, combined it with afternoon tea or English tea. We booked it through Brigit's.com online, and it was amazing. It was just a different and a unique experience. So we're doing this. We're having English tea on a bus tour. There we go. How awesome is that? We are at the front of the bus. Check out what they served us on the tour. It was served on two-tiered stand. The top tier had all of the sweets, including macarons, and then the bottom one was where they put the sandwiches, meaning tea cakes. And drinks were available. I just was served in plastic cups because it's a moving bus. Apparently, there are two ways to eat scones in England. One is the Cornwall way, and the other is the Devonshire way. And one claims what the other is better than the other. So the Devonshire way is to put the cream first and the jam, and the Cornwall way is to do the opposite. We tried them both, and we loved them both. And check out the cutest goodie bags.
I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling. I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. Forever.
Thank you so much for watching. Our next stop will be Amsterdam. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have been to London, share in the comments below what your favorite spots to visit were. And till next time, hope you'll join us again in Amsterdam.